Hey everybody, Lois with Ellie Grace's Attic here for a lunchtime live craft. It has been a minute that I've been on here with something crafty, and I'm super excited to start on patriotic crafts. It's one of my favorite times of the year. I love summer. I love all things patriotic. So we're going to get our red, white, and blue on and get to crafting. But first I got to grab a pencil, which I forgot to do ahead of time. So bear with me. Make sure it's going to work. Okay. I have today, now you can do this, excuse me, you can do this with a ton of different things, these tin cans. I've done this, I used to do them with my kids and give them as gifts, but we're going to decorate these tin cans. I think this was pineapples. I think these, I have two more. I think these were green beans. They're a little bit smaller. But yeah, I haven't broke out my big box of 4th of July patriotic stuff just yet, but I knew that I wanted some vases this year, and that's what these are going to end up being. These can be used for vases. They can be used in the backyard on the buffet table or picnic table for your eating utensils, forks, knives, spoons, that sort of thing. You can punch holes in them and make them candle holders. That's really a cute idea. But what I love about this, a lot of times on my buffet table, whenever I'm entertaining, I'll use mason jars. Everybody loves mason jars. They're easy to get. They're inexpensive. You can decorate them with some ribbon, or you can just leave them plain, and they just kind of fit in any type of decor. They're very versatile. But what I don't love about them, especially when you're entertaining in your backyard in the summertime, they're breakable. So if they fall, get knocked over, kids running around, whatever, they break. These won't. So that's what's good about these. And of course, I think the pineapples cost $1, and I'm upcycling the can, so you do the math. It's very inexpensive. And we're going to cover them with this scrapbook paper. Isn't this fun? Polka dots. We got these stars and stripes. And then I have some blue, just blue stars. And I found these sheets, 8.5 by 11. I got them at Hobby Lobby. They're like 47 cents a piece. And I'll usually go through when the paper's 50% off, and I'll just pick out all the ones that I like and kind of just have a stash of them. So we're gonna start that project first. I'm gonna use some good old Mod Podge to glue on my paper. These little Mod Podge bottles, they come with a pop top and a spout. They're only $1 at Dollar Tree. You can get the big bottles, but these are handy too. So when I see them at Dollar Tree, I grab them. You can always use Mod Podge. So anyway, if you're joining us live today, go ahead and just put in the comments where you're watching from, say hi, what you're up to, or maybe how you found us. Sprinkle the video to your friends. Hopefully everyone gets in the patriotic crafting mood soon. We are going to be doing, I have a list of things to craft for you, red, white, and blue. I'm super excited. Oh, these two would look cute on, not just for functional outdoor stuff, but you can use them just to decorate on your mantle, a cute little pop of color, tiered tray, any kind of shelf. Those would be cute. So I'm just going to take regular ruler, and I'm going to kind of measure. You could go to the very top, but I kind of want to leave the little lip at the top. So I'm just going to measure. I don't know if you can see that. You know, on a tin can, there's this top ridge or lip, and then there's one at the bottom. It's probably not the technical term, but I'm a crafty girl. I'm not technical, so there's that. So I'm just measuring in between those two, and it's looks like it's 4 1/4. So we're just going to try to get the paper in between those two. So I'm going to start, I think, with the polka dots, because I'm partial to polka dots. We're going to kind of move that over to the side, out of the way. And then we're going to, we kind of have a 2-for-1 craft thing today because I'm going to make something to go in the cans as well. So I'm going to cut it long ways so I have enough paper to go around the can. So it measured 4 1/4. I'm just using a scrapbook straight line cutter. You could certainly mark it out with the ruler and cut it with some scissors, but this is easy for me. Hey Kim from Wyoming, I'm so glad you're here. All right, so I've got it on the 4 1/4 mark, and we're gonna slice it on down, which 8.5 by 11, you're cutting it right in the middle. So you could also just fold it in half and cut it that way if you don't have the handy dandy measure. So now if you did it right, then it's gonna fit between those 2 ridges. So that's what we have going on. So now we're gonna take our Mod Podge, we're just gonna glue this sucker on there. So easy. I did this a couple of years with my kids. We gave them as teachers' gifts and just filled them with all kind of little goodies and cute little pens and pencils. We did them for Mother's Day for the grandmothers one year, and the kids picked wildflowers and put in it. Just a fun little way to dress up a gift. Well, I had dried glue in there. This one might be empty actually. I think it is. I grabbed the one Mod Podge bottle that was almost empty. That's funny. That's real life right there. It's kind of like grabbing the one thing in the store that doesn't have a price tag. True story. All right, and then I'm just gonna grab a handy dandy sponge, and we're gonna I'm gonna put some Mod Podge onto the can first. Just one little good little stripe. I'm gonna flip this over and get a generous amount on there, and that's gonna start us out. And I'm just gonna put my paper all the way up to that ridge. Just kind of press it down. Oops, I moved it. All right. Now I'm gonna kind of hold it in place because it is still wet. I'm gonna flip this over, and I'm just gonna go around the can, putting glue and wrapping it. It's okay if you get glue on other parts of the can because it does dry clear. It's not gonna like leave a big mess. Just kind of as you go, kind of smooth out any air bubbles that might arise. Now the can is ridged, so you are going to be able to see some of the ridges through there, but I just think that adds to the rustic effect, kind of. So some cans are smooth, but the majority of your vegetables and whatnot are going to be ridged. Thank you, Kim, for sprinkling. I appreciate that. That just helps us. That's a fancy way to say shared. Because Facebook doesn't really like that word. They don't like us to ask you to do that. But that helps us be seen and gets our name out there, and we appreciate it. And hopefully it inspires your friends to and others to just do some easy DIY decor. It's my favorite. When I'm not making signs, that's what we do at Ellie Grace's Attic. We take old treasures and give them new life with handcrafted love, and we primarily do that with wooden signs of all kinds. But I love doing this kind of crafty stuff. If I need something at home or think, oh, this would be cute on the mantle, I 9 times out of 10, even if I see it in a store, I'm like, I can make that, or I can do that, or I'll see something and just get an idea and go for it, right? I mean, what am I losing? A can that I was going to throw away in the trash. Just play around. All right, we're almost to the end, and it's going to overlap a little bit, and that onto the where we started, and that's okay. What we're going to do is just kind of put that Mod Podge over on that paper. And just press it down as good as we can. Trying to work out those air bubbles. And I'm going to just come over the seam right there and make sure I got glue really good right there. Again, it's going to dry clear. Just kind of press down with your sponge and swipe like that. And there's our first little can. Isn't that stinking cute? So cute. We're gonna do 3. So I'm gonna do the stars and stripes too. I'm gonna do the same process. Oops. Let me go ahead and cut. I think I want to do the blue stars. Couldn't decide. I had 4, but only 3 cans. The hardest part was remembering that I needed to save the can and not put it in the bin, the trash bin. All right. Move that over. Let's move this out of our way. All right, and we're just gonna, like I said, run through the same process real quick, and then I'm gonna show you what we're gonna make. Really fun, super easy, kids can do it. All of my crafts, I like easy. Not only do I like inexpensive, but I like easy. So there's only a couple of things I've ever attempted that were like intricate, and I'm like, yeah, this girl likes easy. To me, the simpler things are always the cutest anyway. Oops, that was way too much glue. All right. All right, if y'all have any questions about anything I'm doing or just about anything, pop those in the comments and I'll do my best to try to read those. If you're just joining us, say hi in the comments, sprinkle the video. Okay. There we go. I was like, the stars are not wanting to cooperate here. All right. Once you get that first little piece started, it goes pretty easy after that. Just applying the glue, getting it on the can, and a little on your paper and wrapping it around, super easy. I think these smaller cans might have been a little bit shorter. It kind of went over the lip, but that's okay. I just like having the silver at the top. So if it's not, if it goes over, don't fret, it's still going to be stinking cute. Again, it's one of those things too, it doesn't have to be perfect. I know a lot of people kind of fret about making sure the measurements are exact, and you know, some things you do, like when I make wood signs, well, the measurement has to be exact, right? But with crafts and things like that, a lot of times the imperfections are the things that make it the most beautiful. And I just, you know, just do what you like. And if you're happy with the end result, I don't think anybody's going to break out a tape measure and make sure your corners are square. So it's totally good. Just have fun with it. That's what it's all about anyway to me. If you're having fun and it inspires you and makes you happy, then there's not really a wrong or right way to craft. Okay. This one's going to overlap a little bit more than the last one did, and again, that's okay. Just going to keep it going. I've also got my hot glue gun fired up for this next part that we're going to do here in a little bit. I'm just going to use my fingers. Gotta get messy when you're crafting. Alright, so here's this one. Cute. Oh, see? It didn't break. Here they are side by side. Isn't that cute? Alright, and we got one more. Let me pour some more glue. I'm getting glue everywhere, like I said. Gotta get messy when you get crafting. So fun. I'll be sharing this video too, along with, I started resharing some of the ones that I did last year, which were a lot of fun. In fact, I just took out the little textile flag that I did last year and hung that. It hangs on the back porch. That thing was so much fun making that. Do you all decorate a lot for 4th of July, for summer? I don't know, sometimes I feel like 4th of July can be one of the overlooked holidays as far as decor, decorating. Kind of got, there we go. We don't really do a giant 4th of July celebration, but I just love, it's kind of an everyday celebration. We don't do a big fireworks display or a party or anything. We usually take our kids to see fireworks. We usually barbecue. But just having the decorations out, I think, just makes everything more festive. For some reason, there we go. Got a bubble right there. That's okay. If you get a bubble, just do your best to smooth it out. It's totally okay. They will happen, especially if your can is ridged like mine. You're going to get some bubbles in there. It's just one of those Mod Podge things. There will be bubbles, don't panic. Now some of my, because I had my hands in something else, some of the glue looks kind of, it just looks like it's smudged, but that'll come off. Like it looks like dirt or something, but that's just from my finger. Just picked up the paint that was on my finger already from a project I just finished. These, as you see, not only are easy, not only are they inexpensive, but they're super quick. I mean, I've done that and, you know, I've spent more time talking. It's like less than 10 minutes. thinking I'm at the end, so I'm just kind of holding my sponge down, kind of letting the glue get under that seam so it really holds tight right there. All right, so we're done with our Mod Podge. I'm gonna put my sponge in some water to get that clean. And this is our last one. But aren't these cute? Aren't these just precious? Like, so cute. These, like I said, would look super cute. Let me put the big one in the middle. On buffet table, backyard, I think backyard entertaining, or I mean, you can use them in the kitchen too, or in your dining room. But what's great about them for backyard entertaining is if they fall, they're not gonna break, right? So you can use them on the buffet table for your eating utensils. You can use them as vases. If you wanted to, you could punch holes in them just with an ice pick or something, or drill. You put candles in there. That would be cute. Tons of ways. And again, it's a leftover can from the green beans I opened the other day for supper. So very inexpensive, super easy and fast to do. So I'm going to move those to the side, and then I'm going to show you just a fun little way. I'm going to use one of these on my tiered tray on my buffet in the dining room, and I'm going to fill it with these sticks. I found these sticks in the backyard, and then I just brought them into my shop and chopped off each end just so I'd kind of have a flat piece. And then we're gonna make these, or turn these into firecrackers. So I have some paint. I have navy blue, just cause it kind of matches. This is kind of a navy blue. It's not royal, so it's just a little darker than royal. I've got a barn red. This is actually called flamenco red, apple barrel. And this one is Deco Art from Hobby Lobby. Apple barrel is from Walmart. And then I have just plain white apple barrel. Those are the paints that we're going to be using. So I think I'm going to start with red. Just going to pop this in here. Let's get a good amount in my little palette, and get my brush. Move this out of the way a little bit. I'm just going to take my stick and we're just going to brush it red. I don't even think, look, it's still got like dusties from outside. I didn't even wipe them down. I just literally grabbed them out of a pile of sticks and brought them in the shop and cut them. So this is, again, fun to do with kids, because kids love to treasure hunt, right? So you could totally let them go out back or wherever in the park and just pick up sticks and then make something out of it. There's about 100 million crafts you can do with sticks. Firecrackers is just one. Now, I didn't cut off the little knobbies on the side. I didn't do any of that. We want it to kind of have a rustic look. I'd have thought I probably should have done this one first, done the firecrackers first, so they could dry. Because I'm pretty sure I don't have my blow dryer. We'll do the bases first. So I just have a red stick right there. Will it stand up? Yes. It's standing up for me. All right, let me get a napkin. Wipe that off. We're going to paint the other one blue. Put this in the water. Awesome. I love navy blue. I love decorating also with variations of colors, right? And not just the same. Like, of course, it's red, white, and blue. Those are our country's colors. But it's nice to just do like a navy blue and a barn red, right? Very Americana. Still beautiful. Like at Christmas time, I've decorated with lime green and a hot pink in some of my projects. Don't be afraid to play. Play with your colors. All right. Almost. Let me flip this over. Last year we made fireworks. That's one of the ones I'll be sharing. Actually, I think I did share it just the other day. Saturday, we made fireworks, but we made them out of wooden blocks. Those came out really cute. But I knew I wanted something fun to go in these tin cans. So I thought, I'm gonna make firecrackers out of sticks. All right, so there's the blue, kind of a deep navy. All right, and this one we're gonna do, actually, I think I'm gonna use that, dry that off. On this one, I think we're gonna do some stripes. Do I have enough in there? I think I might. All right, I'm just gonna try to go down like stripes on this one. We're gonna come back and add to the other two in just a second. Don't freak out. If my stick is not straight, so my stripes are not gonna be straight, which in another lifetime would have really freaked me out, but psh, again, it's all good, right? It's paint, so we can paint over it. We can adjust accordingly. Let's see. I'm gonna try to. I just skipped a couple of spaces. And just made another blue stripe. And we are gonna come back. Let me grab a different paintbrush with some red. This paintbrush is a little crusty. The patterns on here, just do whatever pattern comes to your head. I'm doing stripes on this one. I think I'm gonna do stripes on another one and stars on the last one. That's what I'm thinking in my head. It's okay if you overlap your stripes a little like I just did. It's all good. All right, so I got two blue, I got red and blue. Now I gotta come back with some white. Will that stand? No, it's not gonna stand, it's too wobbly. That would have been cool though. All right, I think I'm gonna come back and get this brush clean. I don't have another flat brush within my reach, so I'm cleaning this one. All right. I'm gonna pour out some white. And yeah, hey, this little handy little piece works as a handle. All right. Oh, I almost put that my white brush into a different color. This is looking really cute, even if I do say so myself. I like it. Just gonna make this stripe a little wider since I have the space too. Again, it doesn't have to be symmetrical. I don't know, in some cases I would tell you absolutely it needs to be symmetrical, but this is a bendy stick from my yard, so I'm gonna say we're okay. This is more of an abstract project. There we go. So I've got the red, white, and blue stripes on there. I'm gonna have to kinda, there we go, set it. And I am gonna kinda get a little bit of paint on this knobby thing. Oops, that happens. Be careful. We're all good, nothing to see here. Just kidding. I do want you to see because this is so cute. All right. Again, we overlapped just a little in the colors, but that's okay. I'm gonna get the little knot painted. There we go. So we got red, white, and blue stripes around. How cute is that? I'm gonna set that down. Just gonna kinda wipe my brush on a napkin and get a smaller or pointed brush. I'm gonna come back to my red stick and I'm just gonna do some stripes kind of this way, kind of around it. Again, whatever detail, you could have just left them. I could have just done one solid red, one solid blue, and one solid white, and that would have been cute as well. I'm just going in a circle around the stick. How cute. Just gonna go all the way down. All right, we got room for one more. All right, isn't that cute? How fun are these? All right, for this one, I think I said stars. So let's see if we can make some stars. I might need a smaller brush, but we'll see. cute. I'm not doing anything special. I just did the crisscross applesauce kind of star that you learned how to do in school. And I'm just going to kind of do several of those on here. Just, there's no rhyme or reason. I'm just kind of twisting and throwing the paint on there. And then I'll show you how we're going to top it off. So there we go. There it is with stars on it. Isn't that sweet? Y'all, from my backyard, a little bit. I trimmed the top and the bottom with my miter saw and threw some paint on there. How stinking cute is that? All right, so now we're gonna top them off. Let me make sure my paints are closed and snapped tight, because there's nothing worse than going to grab paint and it's dry because it wasn't closed properly. So we have our cute little cans that we covered with scrapbook paper, and we have our firecrackers. I'm trying to see which one's probably the most dry. We're just going to go with this one since that's the first one we did, and we'll pop it in. It's going to lean, and that's okay. Isn't that sweet? And now we're going to take our hot glue gun, and I have some twine. Okay, this is going to be our little wick of our firecracker. And look, if your twine is like gnarly at the end like mine is, that just makes it cuter. So we're going to snip off a piece of that. It doesn't have to be very long. This is probably about 2 inches. And I am just going to put a little dot. I've got my hot glue gun fired up. Put that down for a second. Try to hold it. I'm just going to put a tiny little dot is all it's going to take of hot glue on there. And that was already on the end. I'm just going to hold down my twine in there. And there you have it, a firecracker, right? So we're going to do the other one. We'll put that one in here. That one will stand up because it's wide. We'll put our, oops, let me cut another piece of twine before I put the glue on. We'll go ahead and cut 3 pieces. All right, and we will put good little dollop of hot glue on there. And we'll end with our cute navy one with the stars. Once they're dry, I can put them in the same little thing. They're just not completely dry yet. How fun is that? I think I probably can get them all in the same container. So you could put your little sticks in one and your utensils in the other. How cute did that turn out? So just a little imagination. Tin cans left over from supper one night. I washed them out. But yeah, isn't that cute? And then sticks from the backyard turned into firecrackers. You could totally do this on your own with your friends or even with your kids. The kids, I think, would love it. And you know, you don't have to limit this project to patriotic, right? You could do any kind of scrapbook paper and just jazz it up, give it as a gift, or use it, like I said, on your buffet table or your tiered tray, your mantle. It's just a cute little pop of color. So this is just the start of our patriotic crafting. I've got a list I've been holding back. We just finished little boy's birthday party, and so now I'm geared up, ready for summertime and for all things patriotic. So anyway, I hope this inspires you to do something crafty. Have a great rest of your day. Love you guys.